Hey y'all, welcome back to the Jasmine Show. I am Jasmine. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we get into some things over on this channel, okay? So on today's episode, y'all, we are going to go ahead and get finally into the Q&A that I have been overly anticipating. I was supposed to do it months ago, but you know, some things came up. But anyway, we're here now and let's jump right into it. I asked some questions over on my Instagram and y'all answered or whatever. Y'all had some really great questions. I incorporated some questions from last time and then this time as well. So let's get into it. I got me some wine here. I don't want to drink too much because I got on this white outfit, y'all. Micah sent me over this outfit. It's so cute. I thought it was just so cute for the vibe, you know what I'm saying, for the tone of this video. But I'm just drinking some sweet red wine, y'all. Okay, so let's get into the first question. Let's see. So I will just kind of combine some of these questions because some of them are kind of like the same. Two people said, how have you been mentally? Someone else said, mentally, how have you been? Mentally, I will speak for like right now, this week and last week and the last month or so. I have been in a really great headspace, y'all. Like I have been really happy. Happy is the best word that I can find. Like I have been just to myself a lot. I have been journaling a lot. I read the Bible now. You know, I've grown my relationship with God this time that I took off from social media and from YouTube. So mentally, you know, I have been doing a lot of adjusting, but mentally I would give myself probably right at about a 7. You know what I mean? Like just not making my life seem perfect, but not seeming like the actual worst. So mentally, I am doing really, really good. As y'all seen, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should be. But I have been, you know, popping back out with my pictures, more content. I've been feeling like myself again because this year has been one of them years. It is like, wow, I didn't expect, you know, a lot of things to kind of happen the way it did. So mentally, I am good. Your girl is good, y'all. Thank you for asking. And I know a lot of y'all have been reaching out, checking on me, just making sure. Like when I was gone from Instagram, I went back through my DMs. I couldn't respond to everybody, but I thank y'all so much that when I'm gone missing, y'all are like, what's going on? What's going on? I am doing great, okay? I'm doing well. I'm doing the best that I can. And thank you to God because, Lord, I don't know where I would be without him. So yeah, that was we just gonna kick it off with that first question. And next question is, what's some advice you wish someone shared with you on your healing journey? Since we're talking about mental health and you know I said that I was healing or whatever, what's some advice I wish someone had shared with me? If I'm being honest, everybody's healing journey is different, you know what I mean? Mine kind of consisted of like isolation. I kind of, you know, just sat with myself. And I'm still healing, so it ain't like I'm just healed. But I'm just saying like the beginning stages. I wish someone had shared with me, like it gets lonely. You lose people that you never, ever thought that you would lose. And that's been kind of like the hardest part for me. So I wish like if someone had given me advice like, hey, when you go on a healing journey, or even if you go on a spiritual journey, because I kind of did them all at the same time. And it's kind of like, you're going to lose some people. Like, people are connected to that old version of you. And so when you start changing or you start growing or you start doing things differently, that they don't, you know what I mean? That it's not the same vibe no more. Like, you're not the life of the party, you know what I'm saying? You saying no to things, you're putting up boundaries, you're okay with being to yourself and by yourself. But you know, again, everybody's healing journey looks different. Mine has just been like full of isolation. It has been me just kind of like sitting with myself. Like my prayer to God was and I still pray this prayer, but I really was praying like, God, you know, if there's anyone around me that, you know, I need to, that, you know, anyone around me that does not mean me any good or anything like that, like, please remove them out of my life. Anyone who is a distraction, please remove them out of my life. And I asked God to show me me. Show me, God. And he revealed a lot of things about Jasmine that Jasmine either was in denial about or just did not know about. So yeah, that's some advice I wish someone had shared with me on my healing journey, that it does get lonely. Like, you're not gonna have your closest dog or your homegirl or anybody that you probably thought was gonna be with you on this journey. And some people can look at it as, oh, it's a bad thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, you want to heal, you want to be a new person, you want to grow, or you want to stay the old version of you. And me, I'm ready to go to the next level, okay? And so the next question is, we're just gonna move right along. Question was, are we getting an apartment tour? No, we are not getting an apartment tour, y'all. So that I had filmed an apartment tour, but no, we are not getting an apartment tour. So a lot of these were like from the other ones, so I'm just kind of gonna skim through them. But someone says, where have you been? How's life been? Missing your vlogs. You have such a fun spirit. And then YouTube, miss you. When will the girls get a video? So I took a break, from YouTube and social media, as I just spoke on like my healing journey and everything. I know y'all really wanted to know, everything and why I just took a break. Listen, I love y'all to death, okay? But sometimes social media can be overbearing when you have real life things going on in your life, okay? Like, it can be overbearing. You can start to compare yourself, and the spirit of comparison is heavily pushed, I feel like, on social media. But you just have to like pull away sometimes. And there was a lot of things that had like happened on the internet that I was just like, you know what, I need to pull back from this. You know what I'm saying? I just had to take a step back from that moment and just kind of like pull into myself. Plus, I wanted to give y'all like more than just vlogs. You know what I mean? I'm more than just a vlogger. I have so much more to like share with y'all. I have so much more to say. I have experiences. I have things to like talk about. I want to do more chit chats. I want to do more sit downs like this. I want to do more hauls. Like I feel like I'm just giving y'all vlogs. And I love vlogging. I do, and I won't stop vlogging. But I just wanted to incorporate like some other things. So I took a step back to just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just like revisit some ideas that I had and just kind of like sit with myself and just like really get a clear head on some things that I wanted to do for y'all. Speaking of social media, someone said, how did you grow your social media following? I feel like my following ain't that big, but I mean, if you want to know, girl, let me give you the tea. But so I have almost, I guess, like 7,000 followers on Instagram, and I think I just hit like 8,000 on TikTok, and then here I think I have maybe about 1,500, maybe 1,400, something like that. And yeah, those are the only platforms that I'm on. So how did I grow my following? Is just being myself. Like, y'all, I used to post some crazy, like Snapchat used to be my thing back in the days. Honestly, let me just give y'all a backstory. So the Jasmine Show really started from me twerking in my kitchen on Wednesdays when I used to cook back when I was in college. And people like used to be so tuned in. Like, they'd be like, oh, we ready for the Jasmine Show? What you cooking this week? What you doing this week? Like, you would never know what song I was choosing. You would never know. Like, mind y'all, I had roommates. So my roommates would just be like maneuvering around me. Like, y'all, I was young and turned. Okay, I was young and turned in the city of Atlanta, baby. But anyway, that's how the name The Jasmine Show like really like even started, from me twerking on Snapchat on Wednesdays cooking. So anyway, I got off Snapchat because baby, it was just too much over there. It just had started to fade out, and so I was like, damn, I kind of like that name. And so it's like people started recognizing me as like The Jasmine Show. Like, y'all have so many nicknames, because I used to I freestyle sometimes. People call me like Young Nick, Lil Nick. Like, y'all, I got so many nicknames. But The Jasmine Show just really stuck out, and it just really like stuck. So I started like kind of like branding it, like, okay, The Jasmine Show. So at first I wanted it to be a podcast. And then that was like in 2020, I want to say 2019, 2020. I bought all the microphones, y'all. I got all the microphones. And I was like, well, I got to build my following up, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram and stuff like that. Because I used to not take Instagram serious at all. Like, I never used to post. I never cared about it. I would be like, okay, whatever, And then I was like, wait a minute. People are really like, eating off these social media things. Like, y'all know the girls that we love to watch and see. Like, they've been taking their social media serious for a long time. And I kind of wasn't. But then when I saw that it's really an avenue to like do other things, and you know what I'm saying? So really, I would just say to answer that question is just like being myself. Like, y'all know I get on here raggedy head. I've been on here intoxicated, unfortunately. I have shared, like, you know, very emotional moments with y'all. I have shared my life, my partner, you know, like all of these things I have shared with y'all. And it's like, you know, people appreciate authenticity. I know I do. When I can feel a real vibe, a real connection, relatable vibe from you, that's when I'm following you, okay? So hopefully that just wasn't too long of an answer for you. But the next question was, what brands would you like to collab with in the future? Baby Deleon. P. Diddy, get with me, okay? But it's several brands that I want to work with. Obviously, this is my first fashion brand that I'm working with, Mika's, or whatever, because y'all know I love fashion. Y'all know that's why I want to give y'all more videos, because y'all probably don't really know that about me. If you follow me on TikTok, you probably have seen a lot of my get ready with me's and, you know, outfit of the nights and stuff like that. But as far as brands, I definitely want to work with Pretty Little Thing. I know that's going to happen one day. I want to work with like House of CB. I want to work with like not even just like big retail names. Like I really just want to work with like some of like the designers like Mugler. Like child, baby, listen. I want to work with some of the top brands that you can see. Like, I mean, I have a list, but obviously I'm not going to go through the list right here. But I'm grateful and thankful for any start or any brand that wants to work with me, you know, at the level that I am right now. But, you know, it's going to get there. I will be on red carpets, fashion shows. Y'all will see me clapping it up here soon. Okay, I'll be at New York Fashion Week popping my ish. Victoria's Secret is like one of my top brands that I want to work with. I actually used to work for Victoria's Secret, fun fact, back in the day. So yeah, I feel like I really just don't have a fave, but I feel like Deleon, as far as like alcohol or whatever it goes, I would love to work with them, and I would love to work with Victoria's Secret, like for sure. Victoria's Secret, like I am upset, and Mugler. Like I mean, it's just so many. I don't know. I don't really know. I would have to pull out my list, but I ain't trying to get off track with that. But okay, so someone said, "Hey girl, do you plan on having a schedule with you uploading for YouTube?" No babes, I don't really have a schedule for uploading on YouTube. Y'all know I'm a real person, okay? I have real life things that happen, and so I don't want to ever like make a promise that I just really can't keep, because even this Q&A, I made a promise months ago and then life happened, you know what I mean? So no, I'm not gonna promise any schedules, but what I can promise you, babe, is that I am gonna be more consistent, and I am trying to do 1 to 2 videos a week. And like I said, incorporate new activities, new things that I am doing in my life besides just vlogging. Like I want to do, you know, more. So no schedule for real, but consistency is what you can expect from me, okay? Because I don't like to make promises that I just don't keep. The hardest part about being a business owner. Ooh. Now, this is a tricky question because I had my own business. For those of you who did not know or are new here, I had my own clothing boutique. It was the like fast fashion boutique or whatever, like a year ago, 2 years ago. And so I don't know if you're asking about being a business owner, but since I don't have that business anymore, and I never really announced that I closed down the business because I may do something else with it, but it just won't be fast fashion. I kind of feel like fast fashion, I kind of feel like it like died off a little bit. Like the girls are shopping on Amazon, okay? And that's why I got to bring y'all more Amazon content as well. But, you know, I just feel like fast fashion just kind of died off. Like people have their favorite, you know, places that they like to shop. And although it was doing okay, but y'all, I was spending that off my own money, and that was draining me dry, okay? So I started to lose passion for it. Plus I started building, you know, my community here with y'all on here. So I was like, let me just, you know, after last year, if you have not watched that video, or if you are new here, I you know, took a break last year back in October. Y'all know I had I took a mental health break. And well, actually my therapist told me to stop saying a mental health break, but we'll get into that in a bit in the next question. But yeah, so hardest part about being a business owner, but I will speak from now that I'm my own like brand manager. I'm my own brand, and that is still a business because I have to manage my emails, I have to deliver on time, I have to make sure that I'm communicating properly, I have to make sure that I'm presenting myself on social media, like, you know what I'm saying, in the best way possible, but still being authentic, but not like too wild and crazy, because again, I do want to work with some big brands, okay? But hardest part, I would just say, like, when life kind of happens, you still have to have that motivation. You still have to like keep going. You still have to check your emails. And when you're a one-woman show, I don't have a manager. I don't have somebody who, you know, I don't have a dedicated photographer. I don't have a dedicated videographer. I edit my own videos. Y'all know I'm like a smaller creator, so I have to do everything myself. So the hardest part sometimes is just like when you just really not feeling motivated. And when you just really not in the mood, or life just really coming at you. Y'all know how life get, like, don't act. Okay, but yeah, so I guess the hardest part about being it is just really just staying motivated. And motivation is not even enough sometimes. You have to like keep that, like what keeps you going, you know what I'm saying? And for me is y'all, like the support that I get from, you know, people that I don't even know online, like it's absolutely like insane to me. Like it blows my mind. And so that hard part of business keeps me kind of like going, because I know that I have a, you know what I'm saying, I have a purpose. I have a business to run. I chose this path. Y'all didn't choose it. Nobody chose it for me. Nobody chose it for me. This is something that I have dreamed of since like I was a young teenager, you know what I mean? So business is business, baby. And you know, like I said, but even with the other business, I decided to just kind of close up shop because I was managing a lot of things at once, and it just kind of became overwhelming. But business itself is very rewarding. Okay, it makes you feel like, dang, I can really do this, you know what I mean? So it's hard, but then you have to just remember like your why, like why are you doing this, you know? And more to come on more business, you know, ventures for me. We'll announce that like later or whatever. I'm not working on them right now, but I'm just saying. Okay, so what inspires you? What inspires Jazz? I had to take a little sip for that. What inspires me is that I want to leave my mark on this world. I have been a woman, a person, a girl who hasn't always believed in herself, who didn't really know, like when other folks was getting jobs and other people were like, you know, they knew what they wanted to do right out of high school, and it's like with what I wanted to do with influencing, with modeling, acting, it's kind of looked down on, you know what I mean? So it's like people like, oh, you need to find something realistic to do, or you need to, you know, you can do that on the side. That's a side thing, you know. So it's like I kind of put it off for so long because I didn't initially really have that support. But honestly, like my biggest inspiration is just leaving my mark on this world. Like I said earlier, like I got a lot to say. Like I've gone through a lot of things, and not all bad, you know, some good things, some experiences, and I feel like I can help the next young woman or like another woman my age or even older sometimes, you know, we can. But what I'm inspired by the most is just, you know, literally living my life authentically and unapologetically. Like it inspires me to go harder. It inspires me that people look up to me. It inspires me that, like, you know, I can really be myself and people gonna fuck with it. You know, like it's like, I don't know, I'm my own biggest inspiration, to be honest. Of course I'm inspired by like some other creators and other people, you know, who have paved the way, but what inspires me the most is being the best version and the best woman that I can be in all aspects, like legit. Okay, so I'm really my own biggest inspiration. Big purr. Is what's a self-care day look like for you? Self-care day, what do I typically, I'll just be honest, a self-care day for me is running a really long hot bath, like watching one of my favorite vlogs or whatever like that, or just like, I don't really watch shows, so a favorite, you know, like a vlog, like one of my favorite creators or favorite vloggers or whatever, and or some of my friends, you know, that vlogs or whatever, I'll do that, set up on my little thing, I'll grab a little glass of wine, I got the bubble baths in there, I got a candle. Is self-care for me, okay? Like, baby, I will burn some candles. You'll think I'm doing some other stuff. Like, I love candles. And so that just kind of makes me feel feminine. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm winding down. I'm relaxing. I'm like, you know, I'm doing what I need to do. So the next question is, ooh, what's the next question? Okay, so someone says, I don't think mine will fit in the box, because I asked these on Instagram. But has your significant other had an issue with your success as a growing influencer? For example, the content you create, the pictures you post, etc. I told her I love the question. She said, I can't wait to hear your input. No, I've never, I don't know why I'm even thinking. I've never had that issue with, like, with a significant other having an issue with what I post on Instagram. Like, I've always had the freedom to post whatever I want, say whatever I want, like, really authentically be myself. I can honestly say that. Like, y'all know I had a picture to go viral with my Rooty Tooty in the air with a damn wine glass up it, a champagne glass up it. So it's like, you know, that was fun. It was cute. It was that phase of my life at the time. It was haha at the time. But, you know, I feel like if you were with someone who were, like, insecure, I hate to use the word insecure, but if you can't be yourself or you can't post what you want to post or whatever like that, it is some level of insecurity. And I haven't experienced that problem. But also, there's a lot of things you do out of respect. You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't wear certain things or, like, talk a certain way around someone's family. Or, like, I even try to be mindful of some of my language on here, because I do have some family members, or, you know, like, people that, like, when you're in a partnership, you represent that person and that person is representing you. So it's kind of like you still need to keep it at a respectful level. Like, I don't want to walk out of here with a thong up my butt, but also, you know, y'all know I like to have a good time, you know what I mean? So no, I've never had that issue as, you know, a growing influencer of someone trying to, like, hold me back by the things that I, you know, cannot do or cannot say. There is a level of, like, privacy that you have to have as an influencer when it comes to a partnership, I do feel like. But no, I haven't experienced that. So yeah, no, baby, I always been a hot girl, city girl, okay? But my man gonna come and pick me up. That's always been the vibe, sis. Oh, this question was asked so many times, y'all, and I'm only gonna answer just, like, a few more, because I don't want this to be a long video. So let me just make sure that you know, this question was asked a lot of times. Okay, so yeah, let's just get into the real tea of this video, okay? Because a lot of people have been asking me this question, and I really have tried to like, answer it, but, you know, I can't answer everybody in everybody DM. So everybody has asked me, how did I lose weight? Like, how did you lose 15 pounds? Because I said it in one other video. I am probably legit the smallest I've been since high school, y'all. And I don't really do, like, intense workouts. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Like, you're never gonna see me on a video lifting, like, a bunch of weights. Now, when I get a trainer, probably. But yeah, no, hell no. I walk. I do, like, some cardio. I really just did a lot of cardio, as you can see, because it's not, like, really tone definition, but I really just did, like, a lot of cardio. And I started intermittent fasting. That's what I will say. I started intermittent fasting kind of, like, on accident. You know what I mean? I would, like, go hours, like, from when I wake up to, like, a midday portion. I'd be like, damn, I haven't even eaten today, but I'm drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like, snacking on, like, a little nut, but then it would be like, I'm only drinking water. So I'm like, dang, this is intermittent fasting. I just didn't really realize. You know, I wasn't purposely doing it. And then, of course, y'all know that I do spiritual fast. Typically, the first 3 days of every month. And then, like, when I really was on my, like, when the beginning of my, I don't know, I can't talk. At the beginning of my healing journey and my spiritual journey, I fasted, like, a lot, because I really needed clarity from God, and I really needed to hear from Him on some situations and some things that I was going through. And so, although I don't fast in a spiritual way for weight loss, but it can contribute to weight loss. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't do it for weight loss. You need to do it if you want to do it for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, so I was doing that, and then I started to notice, like, okay, hold on, wait a minute, baby. And then during that time too, I really wasn't drinking as much. Like, honestly, I don't drink at all that much as I used to. Like, now that I've been kind of hanging out a little bit more and, like, kind of stepping out a little bit more than I have been these last couple of months, I'll keep it, like, at a drink or two. Really, 2 drinks is kind of, like, OD for me, you know. But you know, I'm really more of a champagne prosecco type of girly nowadays. But yeah, I just kind of, I guess basically to answer the question, I cut out breads completely. I don't even be eating my pub subs for real. I have started back, but I'm just saying then how I really lost the weight. I stopped bread. I stopped drinking so heavily. Like, that is the main problem, y'all. we're functioning damn near alcoholics. We gotta stop drinking like that for real. Or find something less, you know, calorie to drink. And then I cut back on my portions. And then of course I was implementing intermittent fasting along with kind of like working out, like doing some cardio and stuff like that. Like I started tennis. I was doing tennis like pretty heavily, like back in like May, June, like those months. I was like really hitting the courts, okay? Queen of the courts, baby. I got a TikTok video if y'all want to go see that. Like me and my mom, we was like playing. So that was one of the new activities that I implemented. And then or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really don't know what to tell y'all besides you need to be drinking water. Everybody lose weight. I've never really lost this much weight this fast. And of course, because this is the Jasmine Show and I gotta keep it real with y'all, the kickoff of my weight loss was very unhealthy. And that's gonna move into the next subject, which everybody kept asking. But what really kicked off my weight loss was it was a little unhealthy. Okay, so I don't advise this. I was very in a low place in my life, and I was not eating. I went through a very, very difficult time. Okay, and it basically like jump started my weight loss. So I probably like lost probably like 5 to 10 pounds just that alone. I went probably like a whole month without really like eating or eating much, little to nothing at all. So yeah, we just gonna get into that portion of the video because it's probably gonna be like the longest part of this video. And yeah, I know that, you know, it's been anticipated. I have not spoken on this situation. I have got, this question is like legit was the one question that was asked probably like more than 10, 20 times. So the question was, you know, are you still in a relationship? You know, are you in a relationship? They mentioned, are you still in a relationship? Yada, yada, yada. So I am answering it here on my channel. I had to do it when I was ready. I didn't want to move too quickly. I was not in a great headspace. But no, I am no longer in a relationship. I ended that relationship back in April, which is when I kind of like went missing off the scene. Really back in March, technically, when we moved into a new condo. And that's about the apartment tour that someone asked about. That was one of the questions. Are we going to get an apartment tour? And it's like, no, babes, we're not. Because I don't live there anymore. And I moved out in April. So that's kind of around the time that I did go missing. So yeah, and I'm just so glad because I tried to like state this on many other videos, but I just could not do it due to like emotions and just, you know, being all over the place. But I feel like I'm finally at a place in my healing journey, and I know my voice is cracking because obviously I'm still going through, you know, a healing part of this journey. But yeah, you know, I will say that, you know, it's no bad blood on either ends or whatever like that. It's not that type of breakup, but you know, sometimes you just grow apart from people. Sometimes you know, things that you experience together or go through and things like that, sometimes it's just a little too much at the time. You know, everything is all about timing. And I know that everybody's like, oh my god, like I know people have noticed the pictures are gone on both parties' pages, but it's really no bad blood, you know, like it's really not, or at least not on my end or whatever. But I won't go into any details because I just feel like if I've ever had loyalty to you or loved you, I'm never gonna, you know what I'm saying, like say anything that's gonna like diminish your character, or you know what I'm saying, defamation of character. I'm never gonna do that. So it's really nothing to really just say besides, no, I'm not in a relationship anymore, and I am happy and I'm healing. And I would hope not to get this question too many more times because yes, some of my content do still have, you know, my ex-partner in the videos, but he never signed an NDA, and that's just what we're gonna do with that. So no, I'm not gonna delete any of my content because it's my content at the end of the day. That was an experience and a phase and a part of my life at the time. So no, I won't be deleting any of the vlogs that, you know, that featured my ex in it. And I think he would be okay with that. I think, you know, that he doesn't mind, you know, or whatever like that. And when it does come to a point where I feel like I want to delete the videos, then, you know, I will. But for now, I'm not doing it. And, you know, every breakup doesn't end on bad terms. Every breakup doesn't end. You don't have to be toxic. You don't have to, you know, like really be. Of course, now I went through all these phases now. I'm not sitting here acting like, oh, I just, you know, walked away and it was just that. No. No. When you really love somebody and you really shared so many things, so many experiences with this person, it's not even easy to walk away. You know what I mean? This was someone I love. You know, it's not easy, but I'm just in a space and a season to where I just have to choose myself and with what I want to go with. And yeah, that's just really that. So I'm happy and I'm healing, and yeah, y'all can stop asking me. No, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just working on me. I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm digging into, like, you know, I'm getting my body back. My body went through a lot of different phases, you know, with all that I went through last year with you know, my mental health declining, and depression weight is a thing, okay? And then there were some other things that came up which I won't speak on or whatever like that. But yeah, so I just wanted to address the question because honestly I wanted to put this behind me after this video. I really hope I don't get the question again. Like, y'all have been blowing me up, and I didn't want to ignore anyone, but there's a time and a place. Y'all know how I am. I'm gonna do things on my time, okay? And this is, I'm just glad that I'm in a better headspace, surrounded by the entire situation, which is one of the reasons why I kind of got off the internet. It was some, you know, it was some kind of embarrassing moments that happened. Some things kind of transpired. People were like coming, you know, to my page or whatever, like asking me these questions and commenting under my posts, and, you know, I'm deleting the posts, I'm deleting stuff, and it's just only so much that a person can take, because I am a real person and I do have real emotions. And when you're asking about a person that you're trying to get over, it's not really easy like that. And I you know, I didn't want to start like posting toxic posts, and, you know, just, you know how it is after a breakup, you just be like going through so many phases. And you know, any other breakup that I've ever had is kind of like out of sight, out of mind. I usually just change my numbers and switch states, you know, but I didn't do that this time, which I still want to move. But yeah, so that's that on that question there. But someone asked me, you know, they just said, what's some relationship advice you have? And since I just spoke on, you know, me ending a relationship like what, 4 or 5 months ago, my best relationship advice, and I'm no relationship expert, okay, that was probably like since high school. That was my second relationship that I've been in since high school. So I've only had 3 boyfriends, technically 4, but one, he was such a damn cheater, and I'll give y'all that story time later on. He had a whole nother girlfriend while I was his girlfriend. So anyway, I don't count him. So 3 boyfriends total. So yeah, my best relationship advice is to keep people out of your business. Keep you and your partner's business to yourself, okay? Do not get angry and get to telling people nothing, and now everybody got their opinions, and you know, you already have your opinions, and you're just lashing out. Like, each party needs to just be able to go and just, you know, settle down for a minute, come back, communicate, and try and work the situation out. Or if it just can't be worked out, then good riddance, you know what I mean? And then some other relationship advice that I would just say is, you know, you have to pray. When they say relationships are hard, it kind of is, or whatever. Like, I'm not saying I had the best relationship. I didn't have the worst relationship either. I will not sit on here and say that. But you do have to pray through some things, and you have to both equally be on that level. And I don't know if you're a prayer or not, but you gotta pray, okay? If it's really like an intentional relationship, you know what I mean? If it's just something you just doing some little play by stuff, then you ain't gotta work. I mean, you still need to pray, but you know what I mean? It's not that deep. But when you really thinking that you're gonna go next level with this person, y'all gotta pray. You gotta pray, and you have to like really be willing to make things work. And I guess some other relationship advice I would just say is to still have your life. Like, each party needs to have their own life outside of each other. Like, never lose yourself in a relationship. Don't lose yourself. Don't forget about your friends. Don't push your friends away. You know what I mean? Or don't just don't be too like, I don't want to say like don't be too invested in your partner, but like you just need to have your own life, sis. Keep your own life and things that make you happy outside of their relationship. And I think that just brings about a time, you know what I'm saying, for you both to have that time together, but also have that time separately. So I want to ask me, and this is gonna be my last question, how do you deal with negative comments? How do you deal with haters or bad friends? That is a really good question. Okay, how do I deal with negative comments? Y'all, I used to be clapback queen. Okay, like I used to really can go back and forth. Okay, I could really do that. But as I have obviously matured, gotten older, it's like, girl, let them negative people be negative. Okay, so negative comments, I just kind of ignore them, or I'll say something sarcastic because sometimes I just gotta say something. Like sometimes I'll be like, don't say that, and then I just gotta say something. So if I say something, it's just gonna be something like very snarky, very like sarcastic, because it's like, I'm gonna piss you off by the simple fact that you thought you ate, but give me that plate, because you're not eating nothing over here. Okay, baby, you're not stopping any flow. I'm really just laughing because y'all know my sense of humor. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And as far as like haters, you know, haters be real quiet. Haters ain't never got much to say. They watch from afar. They're just monitoring spirits. They never gonna say nothing. Like a hater is never gonna say nothing. Like they not bold enough to say nothing because they still want to watch you, and they still want to be, you know, they still want to like see everything that you got going on. But they never gonna admit that they're a hater because they just a hater behind closed doors. So a hater is just a hater, baby. Like don't nobody care nothing about no hater, okay? But as far as like bad friends, I guess bad friends, I mean, my definition of a bad friend is just someone who's not supportive, someone who doesn't respect boundaries, someone who is just like, you know, they kind of give hater vibes. And we've all experienced that, okay? We have all experienced those type of friends. But how do I deal with it? It's really kind of just get them out your space. Go ahead and remove them, baby. I mean, it don't matter about history. It don't matter about like nothing. It really don't got nothing to do with nothing, like besides the fact that like what's gonna bring you the most peace, you know what I mean? So if a friend is not bringing you peace, if a friend is not supporting you, if you know that this person, that this girl is a bad friend to you, you know what I mean, like don't show up to your events, don't show up for you, you don't really call this person when you really going through it, or this person is always kind of putting some stuff, you know, always kind of like draining you with their things, like I mean, it's just cut them loose and keep going. Like you need to be make sure that you're being a good friend, because that's one of the things that I like, you know, really pray about often. Like, Lord, I just want to be a better friend, because I know what it feels like to be in a dark space and like have nobody to call, but you got so many people that you know you talk to on a regular, but you don't feel the need to call them when you're really going through it. So as far as the bad friend thing, make sure you're being a good friend, but dealing with a bad friend, baby, cut them loose and get on gone. Like, pour into the friends who are good friends to you, you know what I mean? Or if you don't have no good friends, then go out and make some good friends. But, you know, make sure you're exuding that energy too. Don't be no bad friend talking about you got bad friends, you know what I mean? Be the supportive friend. Check on your friends. Comment under their posts. Support them, because engagement is everything. People think that you can't be a fan of your friend. You can. You can I'm a fan of all my friends. Anybody that posts anything, I'm going to hype it up, and it's genuine because I want to see you win. And then for one, I know that engagement helps your post. Like, why am I going to be a hater friend and just sit back and not like my friend post? That shit is so weird to me, and I know people who do it. And I know some people, you know, I have friends, they're just not social media people like that. Like, they just not into it. They don't know, you know, certain things like I know. But, and they have their other ways of like supporting, but like, you know, so it just depends on the type of person. But child, when it comes to a hater or some negative comments, baby, I either block you, or I'm gonna, you know, be sarcastic with you, or I just simply ignore it. It just depends on my mood, okay? Because the mood can be, you just never know what mood you get out of me. So y'all, that is it for this video. I hope that you have truly enjoyed. I hope that you give this a like, a subscribe, a comment, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you thought. Ask me some more questions. I can do a part 2 if y'all want me to, okay? Because y'all really didn't get into no things. Y'all really didn't even get into it. Y'all really kept it cute on this Q&A, which I appreciate, you know what I mean? Hopefully I answered all the questions to the best of my ability. Well, I did answer all the questions to the best of my ability, but if you feel like I left something off on your question, or, you know, you want a little bit more clarity on something else, then just meet me in the comments, babe. Okay, DMs open. Okay, I check my DMs. I have like a specific day. Sometimes I just go through and check my DMs. So yeah, thank y'all so much again for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video.